Good morning, everyone. Today I'm here to talk about taking care of old parents. Old parents have become old because they have been looking after you, and now I'm talking about the age bracket between 60 to 70. So now they've become old and they are past that prime in which they were capable of doing everything for themselves and, being very active and strong. Now they feel the muscles and the bones and the body itself is slowing down, and it makes it difficult to do the tasks that were so common earlier on in life. And when I say taking care of old parents, don't feel as if I am saying something that is going to, you know, create a problem for you. It's not a problem, it's something. As I have reached the age when my children are married and grown up, and now I realize that what my parents might have been going through at this time. I was very busy with my own family life because I was a young family setting out, but then they were old. And now I realize that I should have been spending more time with them, but that time I did not have that much of time. I was like, in a hurry to do everything, in a hurry to finish jobs, in a hurry to get the cooking done, feed the children, feed the parents, or whatever. I used to spend time with them, but now I feel that even that was not enough. So, what I'm trying to say is spend time with them, quality time. There is this one small incident I saw on Instagram only, in which there is a father and a son sitting on a bench, and there is a bird hopping around over there. And then the father asks him, "Son, what is that?" And he looks at that and he said, "That's a bird." And then they are sitting over there, each lost in their own thoughts. The father is lost in his thoughts, but the son is scrolling through his phone. So when I say quality time, I mean time away from your phone, time giving them full attention, looking into their eyes and talking to them, not just hearing them and saying and you don't really hear what they're saying. So I'm not talking about that kind of thing. I'm talking about really giving them that time to say, hear what they are saying and appreciate what they are thinking. So then the after a little while the father asks again, "Son, what is that?" So he said, "It is a sparrow. It's a bird, it's a sparrow." So again they get busy with their own thoughts, and after a little while again the father asks, "Son, what is that?" And now he is getting a little irritated. So he said, "I just told you, no, it's a bird." So again they get busy in their own stuff. And after a little while the father again says, "Son, what is that?" This time the son gets wild. He gets up and he says, "What is wrong with you? I have been telling you from so long that this is a bird. And why can't you understand it? Why you're trying to upset me, or you're trying to make it difficult for me?" So the father says nothing, and he goes inside the house after a little while. And then he takes out a snap in which there was this time when they were in the garden, and this boy itself was asking his father not once, not twice, not three times. He at least asked his father 20 times what that was. It was a bird. And the same thing has happened so many years later, and the son gets impatient with the father. That is one. The second one is have some physical contact with them. Give them a pat on the back, or if they've been doing something, I say, "Oh dad, you did a wonderful job." Like he used to give you a pat on the back when you were small, and you used to feel great. You used to feel like, "Oh, now I'm the man of the universe because my father gave me a pat on the back or a tap on my head." So I'm not saying to tap him on his head because that might seem a little bit too familiar. But yes, you can, just put your arm around him, give him a hug. These things are very important. People tend to think that these are not important. They are. And physical contact, they say, is a reassuring presence. Like for your mother, she's made something good and you tap her hand and you say, "Ma, that was wonderful. It was so delicious." And it reminded me of when I was a small kid, my comfort food. It is so heartening. I can't tell you how heartening it is. These are the things which help a child to, really relate with the world later on. and to get some confidence into themselves that, yeah, there is my father or my mother appreciating me. And they did that at that time when you were young. So now, how about just returning the favor if nothing else? It's not about, who can do what for somebody. It's just a question of being caring and concerned. That's what I'm talking about. Many people will say, no, these things don't happen. We don't say good morning and good evening and thank you and please and all. Then the child grows up with thinking that these things are all right to not say them. Very often, we tend to say that don't say thank you because it is a kind of a token of gratitude that is very peripheral. It doesn't make any meaning. But I am telling you, it makes a lot of meaning. It shows that you are caring for what that person did, for taking the time off, taking the time care to make something special for you. And then having your meals together. Very often in life, when their children were small, so the mother used to, you know, feed them herself or then serve them around the table and make sure that everyone was sitting there. And those were such wonderful times. Everyone was sitting and talking and, laughing. Now we do that very rarely when the full family gets together. Like, if we go to the grandparents' house and then everyone is sitting around the table and then the bua comes, means the sister, father's sister comes or the father's brother comes with their wives, and then everybody's sitting around the table and having a wonderful chat. That happens rarely. It happens once in a way when you meet on a holiday, and if their holiday manages to synchronize with their coming over there. Nowadays in these nuclear families, these things are becoming rare, to stay together and eat together. But if you're staying with your parents, then at least on the weekend eat together. So it is a done thing that they look forward to. Yes, on the weekend we'll meet them, then we'll tell them this, that, and the other. That is what is happening to me now. Like when we meet, then I've got everything stored up. Otherwise, on the phone, I'm trying to tell them everything, and they're busy in the middle of their schedule, and they'll feel bad. Like okay, TK, we are not listening to mommy, and so mommy is getting upset. So I keep it for a time when I can tell them in a consolidated manner. So, having your meals together is very important. Arrange a time to take them out once in a month at least. I've seen the Khan family doing it, and Salman Khan's family doing it, and Kareena Kapoor's family doing it, and they show it because it is on the social media, so we get to see it. But how about having something like that for our own parents? They have really spent their whole life for you. You are not going to be living in some, um, you're not going to become somebody famous and then go on social media to show that what you're doing. I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking about you show your appreciation to them wherever you can, whenever you can, in whatever way you can. I miss my parents now. They're both not, they have both passed on. And when I think about these times, there are lots of things which I hope I could have done and I could have said and I could have relived again. But the time does not come back. Time passes on. It's like the river. That water which is there now will never come back again. It will just pass on and not be there. This time will not return. And the times when my children were small and when I used to hold them in my hands, and they were small little babies dependent on me, that time is never going to come back again. Now they are adults. They have their own commitments and their own work and their own responsibilities to take care of. And so I take a back seat and I don't mind about that. But once in a way, when they take me out, my daughter used to take me out a lot in Faridabad recently, and that was great. Like it was really, it'll be high points in my life when I think back in time, and when she thinks back in time, it will be very happy for her that she did take me out and she was able to give me those moments. So I wish you can give that to your parents.